What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answer. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words back to God into prayer, because there are many Decepticons running around sent by the enemy, okay? So you guys, I have a very important message for you today. And this is going to involve everybody. Like, this is everybody. This is for everyone. Um, God gave me a word on what is going on with digital currency and led me to a couple of articles that shows that this is manifesting. Like, the part of the mark is, you know, with the whole buying and selling, like that's digital currency and stuff like that. So, and the whole palm scanning in your right hand and in your forehead. So essentially what he's trying to get me to do is go through some things with you guys. So before we get into particular things involving that digital currency, two pieces of confirmation that God gave me. So one was a family member was speaking about how, you know how like you have your savings and your retirement money and stuff like that. They were speaking about how somebody tried to access that account and they had got contacted and their account got locked. And I was like, oh, that's strange. Because God had given me a dream, or not a dream, but like a warning and a vision or something like that happening to a family member. So I was like, uh-oh, that is not good. But it was meant for me to know that. And then I went to go get food, and the lady that I see all the time, you know, was ringing me up and whatnot. And she was telling me that where she ordered from, they said she had the wrong address, and so they were charging her extra to change the address, even though she knows she put the right address in. Like, you don't just order something and put the wrong address in. So it's a lot of scammy things going on, but that's nothing new, right? So I want to get into this article here. If I can just, Silicon Valley Bank shut down by regulators. Silicon Valley Bank collapses after failing to raise capital. That's not a coincidence, because what I'm about to tell y'all next with this digital currency stuff is off the chain. And God warned us about this. These banks having issues. Remember back in February, God was giving me these dreams and stuff like that. I'll tell you about him showing me ATM machines and stuff. Excuse me, these ATM machines and stuff. And just giving warning about this, the banks. Yeah, like, this is not a game. This has been going on for a good minute. But let's start with this article. It's so many. Okay, so Fed chair ponders potential for digital dollar to send Bitcoin to zero. And yeah, what? Let me read that one more time. Fed chair ponders potential for digital dollar to send Bitcoin to zero. Okay. Congressman Lynch is worried about a CBDC impact on crypto. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said he wonders why most cryptocurrencies currently have any value at all. So I told you guys that God had been putting it on my heart to tell you about a flash crash of Bitcoin. This is not a coincidence that I'm seeing this article, okay? And cryptocurrency is like the enemy to all these people. But really, it's the devil knows what God is going to do with crypto, so they're trying to counter it so hard, okay? Brazil launches its CBDC pilot test for the digital real. Brazil, okay? Brazil. So this is happening worldwide for digital currency, okay? The Central Bank of Brazil has announced the start of a pilot program for its central bank digital currency, the digital real, with the goal of replicating the success of Pix, the country's instant payment system that is the most used means of payment by Brazilians. If I can get it together right now, okay? According to a report from Reuters, the testing phase of the digital currency will include the buying and selling of federal public bonds among individuals, and the central bank plans on releasing the CBDC for public use at the end of 2024, once it has been fully evaluated. Ugh. All right. Nigerians' rejection of their CBDC is a cautionary tale for other countries. In Nigeria, Nigerians are protesting the African country's digital currency and demanding renewed access to paper money despite government incentives. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? India's central bank digital currency will act as an alternative to cryptocurrency, says RBI official. Okay. Australia announced a CBDC pilot and study for the EAUD, or EAUD. Okay. The Reserve Bank of Australia will work with the private sector to explore more than a dozen use cases. Okay. So Australia drew one step closer Wednesday to potentially establishing a central bank digital currency, CBDC, as the Reserve Bank of Australia announced an upcoming pilot phase for the digital version of the Australian dollar called the EAUD. Come on now. Does it not talk about the mark of the beast in the Bible? Like, God had me do a word about the fact that the mark is here. It's just not as implemented as it should be or is going to be by the enemy. But it's here. Digital currency, you guys. Like, they're testing these things. This is happening now. The palm scan hand thing for Amazon, the Neuralink being tested. Like, you guys, they're testing all these things. And God has been warning and warning and warning and warning and warning and warning and warning. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, it's not even a joke no more. People think always thought this was something that wasn't happening. This is happening. The Bank of America went down. Banking systems are continuing to fail. That article straight up said, like, when I seen this, I said, I almost jumped out my chair. Fed chair ponders potential for digital dollar to send Bitcoin to zero. I was like, oh, see, Father, you confirming like crazy. And so I want to talk about something for you guys when it comes to people that are a bit older, that have these retirement funds and Social Security, all these different things. Or my family member had told me that somebody was trying to tamper with their account for all the money that they have, with that type of stuff. It reminded me, like, see, the devil always a lie. You done? Because that was just extra. All right. So, trying to make me forget. See that? When it comes to retirement funds, you got to be careful, because in my spirit, I felt literally, I heard like self-sabotage, not self-sabotage, internal sabotage. Like the people that own these places are purposely doing these things. And it's just like, what the heck? You guys have got to be careful, because they're trying to wipe every bit of independence that you're going to have with finance so that you can depend on that central banking system. And essentially, it all just be messed up. So at the end of the day, it's just, they really out here, they trying to do it. And I don't know who they think they are, but they ain't gonna be able to stop what God is doing in this time. So I just had to give you guys this little tidbit, because this stuff is really happening. Like, it's really happening. Like, banks trying to cut off from crypto, because I'm telling you, the devil knows what God is about to do. And it's going to lead to this big mess that it's either you're going to be poor or you're going to have the money to, live. Because God going to take care of his children and the wicked are going to suffer. So just a heads up, peace and blessings, and I will catch you guys in the next one.
He ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track.